Your father founded the company and now you've taken over. What do you think about the legacy that he has set with Sigma?
At the time, he was just working for a small optics company in Tokyo.
Right.
But this company had bankrupted. And then the suppliers of that company asked my father to start business. He had no intention to be entrepreneur. So most of the company offshored the manufacturing site from Japan to other countries like China, Taiwan, Malaysia. But we didn't do that. As a CEO of the company, I make decision every day. If I prioritize profit, money, I may have made many different decisions. May I ask you a question?
Please.
When did you decide yourself to take over your father's?
What role do you think AI is playing in today in terms of the designing of products and lenses that Sigma does? Do you see that as a role?
So it may not be enough for AI to make a good work. Pro managers, MBA holder, they always prioritize money and they destroy the corporate culture and the legacy.
What's the toughest challenge that the engineering team has had while making a product? Hello and welcome, Yamaki-san.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming down. This is the first conversation we are having with you as well. And before we start, I just wanted to ask you, how are you finding India so far?
India, very exciting
Right.
and interesting.
Right.
And I'm truly enjoying staying in India.
Great. Congratulations also. I understand that you opened a store yesterday. So that's really nice. Of course, the products are doing really well. We use a lot of Sigma products as well. We've reviewed a lot of Sigma products, and much like most of the consumers out there, we enjoy them as well. So the focus of the conversation today is, I wanted to talk a little bit about the legacy because naturally I know that you've taken over from your father. It's been a while now. But he founded the company. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that legacy. I wanted to talk about products and how, since you haven't really had a lot of conversations about how products get developed, so I kind of wanted to have a couple of conversation or questions about that. Also engineering as well. I'm sure a lot of people would love to know about mounts and how do you guys decide on those things. Okay. And then finally your own vision as well. So to start off with, first up, I know that of course your father founded the company and now you've taken over. What do you think about the legacy that he has set with Sigma?
First of all, he founded the Sigma in 1961.
Yeah.
At the time, he was just working for a small optics company in Tokyo.
Right.
But this company had bankrupted one day.
Yes.
And although he was just 27 years old, young employee, but because it's a small company, he was working just one of the corporate executives. So he had to close down the office. And then the suppliers of that company asked my father to start business.
Oh, wow.
So he had no intention to be entrepreneur.
Right.
He had no intention to become the CEO or president of the company. He just started business just to help the supplier at that time.
Right.
The Sigma means a summation, right? So it means a lot to me. It's a summation of our experience, wisdom, or knowledge, or people's power. But I guess he named Sigma because it's a summation of the supplier's power.
Wow.
So going back to your question, he started without any ambition.
Right.
But since then, he felt the lots of responsibility for the business partners, customers, and society.
Of course.
And he's been working so hard.
Right.
So to be honest, when I was young, we had some conflicts as to the corporate policy or management style. But today, I really think I'm quite influenced by him. He's a mentor for myself.
Absolutely. I understand what you are saying in terms of kind of a challenge or a conflict between generations. I sometimes actually have similar conversations with my father as well, so I can completely understand with the management style. But one interesting thing that you said, that he has a very deep influence on you. What is that influence that he has made?
Well, he was not very vocal person at home. He was at the company, but at the home he was quite quiet. But um, first of all, even when I was kid, small kid,
Right.
like 5, 6 years old, he always told me to take over the business. And then at the same time, he told me that I had quite big responsibilities for employees
Absolutely.
and business partners.
Yes.
If the company bankrupt, they lose job.
Right.
So if I remember correctly, I think at the time we had about 100 employees.
Right.
So he told me that assuming each employee has family,
Yes.
let's say four family members.
That's 400 families.
So I have about 400 people's responsibility on my shoulder.
Absolutely.
And of course, we had several suppliers who mainly worked for Sigma.
Yes.
So at that time, he told me that I have about over 1,000 people's life responsibility on my shoulder,
Right.
which was a quite big pressure on me.
Absolutely.
But he always talked about the responsibility as a company owner
Right.
and the company president.
Absolutely.
So, and he worked really hard. He never stopped working, even in weekend, Saturday, Sunday, he worked.
Right.
So he influenced me in many ways.
Absolutely. I completely understand.
Yep.
What is your fondest memory of him?
What is what?
What is your fondest memory of him?
I, as a typical young boy and young Japanese boy, the baseball was
Oh,
quite big in
yes.
Japan, and I really liked playing baseball.
Okay.
So he was quite busy, but normally in Sunday evening,
Right.
Sunday afternoon before dinner,
Right.
he had some time for us, for kids,
Yes.
spending the time for us. And I sometimes, catch ball?
Yes, absolutely. You play catch with him.
Yeah, I played catch ball with him. It was a nice memory with him.
Wow, that's really nice. Great. From the legacy standpoint, then I know that Sigma rebranded recently last year.
This year, actually.
This year,
Yeah.
yes. And why did that transition happen? Because obviously, as you mentioned, and that there's a very strong legacy which was there. Is that part of your vision, and what was the reason?
The answer is a yes and no.
Okay.
The first of all, as I said, Sigma was founded in 1961.
Right.
That we were the one of the newest lens manufacturer at the time. There are already many lens manufacturers in Japan because the optics business was booming at the time. So in order to survive in the industry, Sigma always offered, first of all, we offered very unique products,
Yes.
which major company never make.
Right.
And also we try to offer the product at the lowest price, as low price as possible.
Yes.
So we've been doing relatively okay until mid 80s. But in 1985,
Right.
there was agreement between the major economic countries,
Yes.
US, Germany, I mean the European countries and Japan,
Yes.
which is called a Plaza Agreement.
Okay.
And after the agreement, in order to minimize, reduce the trade deficit
Right.
of the US, we agreed to depreciate the US dollar
Right.
intentionally.
Yes.
And it leads the appreciation of the Japanese yen.
Got it.
So until the mid 80s, it made every sense to make everything in Japan because the labor cost was cheap.
Yeah.
But since then, the Japanese yen
Stronger.
getting higher and higher,
Yes.
and Japan become Asian country. So most of the company have offshored the manufacturing site from Japan to other countries like China, Taiwan, Malaysia, Vietnam,
Thailand
Thailand.
as well. Yes.
But we didn't do that because Sigma was a private family-owned company, and still today we are private family-owned company.
Yes.
So, of course, the turnover and the profit is very important for the company, but also at the same time, as as the owner of the company, it's very important for me to make sure everyone, I mean, our employees and suppliers, business partners are doing okay.
Yeah.
If we offshore the manufacturing site to other countries, normally normal company prioritize the investment in those new factories.
Right.
So during this period, the factories, old factories in Japan, lose the advantages, and sometimes many companies lay off the people in Japan or close down the factory,
Right.
which we didn't want to do it. So we decided to stay in Japan
Mm.
while the Japan is becoming a difficult country to make something, to
Right.
produce something.
Right.
So in order to survive in the industry while keeping factory in Japan, we have to uh, become more premium brand.
Right.
We have to provide more high value products
Understand.
to maintain the production in Japan. So, so it is a very long story, but to answer your question,
Right.
it was a long-term vision for Sigma. Both my father and I share
Yeah.
to become a more premium brand.
Absolutely.
So in order to become premium brand, of course, the product quality is very important. So we have been working very hard to make a best product.
Right.
But also, after my father passed away, I believe we have to do something even more.
Yeah.
We have to be the best brand. So in order to become the best brand, while the product quality is still the most important, we I did more beyond that, like changing the visual identity,
Okay.
logo,
Rebranding.
communication, market communication.
Absolutely.
That's
That
the
was
story behind it.
understand. That's very interesting that you mentioned about the products because that was one of the things I also wanted to ask. That I think, with the exception, outside the exception of the Foveon sensor, which obviously was built in the United States in collaboration, everything else still gets built in Japan today, irrespective of camera and lenses.
Right.
Right. Okay. What is the reason? Is the reason only, apart from not taking the manufacturing outside, also for quality control as well? Is
This quality control is quality control and innovative product development. This
okay.
is the key. Um, the lenses and the cameras belongs to the technology so-called integral technology.
Okay.
So this technology requires a very close communication and the collaboration between engineers and the factory workers.
Right.
The when it comes to the other technology or industry like a PC,
Hmm.
they have a very a clear standard. So as long as you follow the standard,
Right.
you can make products.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't need the engineer have to work closely
Yeah.
because the standard is clear. So USB or HDMI
Right.
or web, things like that.
Yes.
But camera lenses, we have to close, and the accumulation of the experience is very important.
Important. Right.
So of course, we may be able to make some decent quality products
Right.
out of Japan, but if we make the best quality product and keep the most efficient workflow,
Right.
I think still keeping everything in Japan is has quite significant advantages.
Absolutely, yes. I completely agree. I mean, and that's a very good example as well because the pipeline or a roadmap of any product, like how you mentioned a computer, it actually has 5 things which are standard or maybe 15 things, and they can just be mass produced. But with
Right.
optics, lenses, and cameras, you require precision in that respect for to get the best quality out of it.
Exactly.
That's actually a pretty fair and a good point. Speaking about the products, okay, can you take us through for the viewers that how is a Sigma lens created from concept to the final production?
Okay. Of course, the basic process is quite similar to other company.
Right,
We first uh, make a when we make a roadmap.
right,
Norm, Normally it takes 2 to 3 hours, 2 years
okay,
to develop one lens
yes,
or camera.
right,
So we make the first we make a roadmap,
mm,
and then we create the concept for each products.
right,
And then we give it to engineers, and the engineer try to realize such concepts in each product.
right.
But what is unique about Sigma is that first of all, I don't have my own office in my in our building.
Oh,
Um, our office has 4 floors.
right,
The first floor we have many meeting rooms. Engineers work in the second floor and third floor, and the fourth floor is management or administration or financial team work there.
right,
But I don't have any my own office, and
right,
I have my own desk on
right.
second floor and third floor.
Okay,
So I always work with engineers, and
right,
I always have a daily casual chat with
right,
them.
right,
And I always every day I talk to them. Hey, could you make this kind of product? Could you make this kind of camera? Okay, could
right,
you make the lenses? So this kind of casual chat
right.
is quite inspiring to me. Normally, the engineer laugh to me and oh, it's impossible. It's a crazy idea. You are crazy and this is impossible. But during this kind of casual chat, we can make form a more clear
Yes,
idea about the product, and then we move to the meeting room. We have the regular product planning meeting
right,
from maybe, let's say, once a month or once in every 2 months,
right,
and then we make a describe the concept of each brand, each products.
right.
But even after that, it does not go smoothly. Of course, there is a many challenges to realize it.
Yes,
So every time engineer encounter such issues or challenges, I always talk to them, and we always go back to the concept. What is the concept of product?
mm,
Sometimes, if the concept is, if we can keep the concept, sometimes we change the specification or uh, size and weight.
yes,
The what makes unique Sigma unique about is that the top management or decision maker is always with the engineers.
ah, okay. So there is a very fluent conversation between the engineering team and obviously you,
Yeah,
so that it's. I think the turnaround time also then becomes a lot faster as
right.
compared.
Yes.
Got it. How do you decide on what mount or what lens to then support? How does that decision happen?
Well, the first of all, as a we believe we are the camera manufacturer, but to be honest, camera is a small part of our business. And,
Right. Yes.
many people regard us as the lens manufacturer.
Yes.
So, as a mission of the lens manufacturer, I believe that we should support as many mount as possible, regardless it's the mount has a big share or small share.
True.
We need to support as many customers as possible.
Hmm.
But still, we have limited engine resources, so we have to prioritize the amount to support.
Right.
We are very happy. It's so the mount which has a very big, large share
Yes.
has a priority for us to support the many customers.
Understand.
And of course, we need to agree with the
OEM.
body companies,
Yes.
the camera body companies. So
Right.
it's also influence our decision making.
I understand, right? So, but then how does that collaboration work? So, say for example, if it's like you're mentioning, let's say example of a Sony, if they are coming up with obviously products, they obviously have their mounts. Then how does the roadmap for Sigma then gets decided that which are the lenses that you will produce?
Oh, Sony, we are quite independent, so
Right.
we do not share the product roadmap with Sony.
I understand.
I think the other company the same,
Right.
because we are independent company.
Right. Of course.
So we have each company has their own roadmap,
Right.
and we don't share.
Understand, right? So the reason I ask this is because I know one of the other third-party manufacturers as well. They were having a lot of conversations recently with one of the camera brands where they were still conversational. They were still talking about not being able to have the appropriate support and stuff like that. Are there any licenses required for Sigma to produce a lens for a product or like in a focal range? Is that the collaboration?
Yeah. Normally, the camera manufacturers
Right.
have several patent around the mount,
Yeah.
like the side, the dimension of the mount,
Right.
or the location of the contact pin.
Right.
So in order to make the lenses for them, for
Yes.
their system,
Yes.
we need to get the license.
Absolutely right. So, okay, coming to the engineering, what's the toughest challenge that your engineering team has had while making a product?
Challenges
Yes, the toughest.
from a manager's perspective.
No, from the engineering perspective.
Engineering perspective.
Yes.
Of course, there is lots of challenges.
Right.
Engineers, uh, you know, um, uh, they are normally required
Right.
to make the best quality products,
Right.
and while they are also required to make a lightweight and small, compact, and with a minimal cost.
Right.
So engineers are quite, in a very difficult position. And I understand, fully understand, because before I became the CEO, I was working for the managers at the civil engineering division.
Right.
I was a manager of the optical design team.
Right.
I was a manager of the software development team. I was a manager of the intellectual property team, and several others.
Right.
So, and also I was a mechanical engineer
Oh,
in the beginning of my
I
career.
understand.
So during this period experience, I realized that the nature of the engineers. So the most important thing is that to give the very simple goal and mission of the project. If we give too much mission to them,
Right.
they are totally confused.
Right.
Let's say you should hit the highest optical quality with a minimum cost production cost, and please make it a lightweight and compact. They screwed up. So I always give the simple mission
Right.
and the priority.
Right.
Please achieve the best of the best quality.
Right.
You can use a slightly higher cost.
Yes.
Then I consider that's my job.
Understand.
Things like that.
Got
So we always try to give the simple direction. to
Right.
engineers.
Prioritize only one or two things,
Yeah.
while other things can be kind of, left aside a little
Yes.
bit. Got it. Um, what is the, I mean, you mentioned that from an engineering perspective, from a manager's perspective, also there are challenges. What, according to you, are the top three challenges as a CEO when you're running Sigma?
Top three. Okay. Top three. But there are many challenges.
Right.
But if I answer to that question, there is only one challenge:
Right.
to make a good team, to
Ooh.
keep the very good team. If only all the employees, not only the engineers, but also the sales team, marketing team,
Yes.
factory staff, they work, they have a very good teamwork.
Right.
We work with a good harmony.
Mhm.
They work hard for one direction, one goal.
Right.
Everything, all the challenges can be resolved. That's my brief. So
Understand.
uh, uh, keeping the company the maintaining
The best
the
team.
best team
Right.
is the most challenging, but
Right.
I think most beneficial
Absolutely.
to run the company.
Yes, absolutely. I think because you can, no matter how good you are, if you have a good team which is working around you, then you always have a great product, and that's absolutely rightly said. You mentioned about the cost as well, and that's something that a question popped up in my mind. How is it that Sigma is able to keep the lens cost so affordable?
Yes, we have a philosophy. Actually, this was the philosophy of my father.
Wow.
We have the philosophy called small office, big factory. So he strongly believed that the company have to be small. I mean, the office must be small.
Right.
So even today, I took over that idea. So even today, we have very small, minimal administration team, human resources team, financial team, accounting team, marketing, sales. We are very small,
Right.
and on the other hand, we had a relatively big engineering team
Yes.
and a big factory staff.
Right.
So we always invest in the technology and the manufacturing.
Mm.
So by doing this, we can provide the best quality product
Right.
with an affordable price.
Right. Interesting. You also stay ahead of the curve because you're investing in innovation and technology. So that's what.
I'm the CEO of the company, but I do not even have any secretary at all.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I make schedule by myself.
Yourself.
Actually, there is one assistant
Right.
who book a ticket, a flight ticket, and book the hotel. But that's it. So
Understand.
we try to make
Yes.
the company very simple.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's great as well because a lot of the Japanese culture, since I've been there many times and, across a number of businesses that we have, and there's so much to learn from the Japanese culture. And also, this is one of the things as well because I've seen so many other CEOs as well. They do their own work, they get stuff done themselves, and they don't usually keep a big team. So that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Even manager, I always ask all manager
Right.
to become hands-on manager, not the manager sit on the couch and just order something
Right.
and just sign on the document. That's not good.
Ah.
So I always ask manager to be involved in the work.
Right. You were a mechanical engineer, so naturally
I was poor engineer. Really, I have to tell you, yes.
right. What do you think is the, and since you spend some time in design as well as you were saying, manager, what role do you think AI is playing in today in terms of the designing of products and lenses that Sigma does? Do you see that as a role by itself, or
You mean AI? If
Yes.
your question, if AI helps the
yes,
development of these
yes,
products,
especially the design?
mm, it may help in the future.
Okay.
Mm, but first of all, when it comes to the 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 lens design, as I said, this is not standardized.
Right.
So that each company, their own knowledge and know-how or recipe
Right.
to develop camera lenses.
Right.
So such experience or technology are not widely shared.
Right.
So even if we use AI,
Right.
the database is not enough to make. So each company their own database.
Understand.
So it may not be enough for AI to make a good work.
Right.
So maybe in the future it may help.
Absolutely.
But
Got it.
still, the developing the product is a very innovative work. So AI basically use the data which were used in the past.
Right.
So I still believe the human being, the innovative the process.
Right.
So it may help partially, but I still believe the creative capability of human beings.
Understand. Right. What is your top three favorite lenses from Sigma?
Oh, that
And it can go as way back as 1961 when obviously the company was founded.
yeah. So there are too many good my favorite lenses.
Right.
But let me pick up three after I became CEO.
Right.
The number one is 35mm f1.4 DG HSM. This
Right.
was our first art lens,
Right.
and this was the first lens after I became CEO.
Oh,
So that lens,
specialty.
yes, that lens was like my baby. Yeah. We changed the product concept, we changed the series. So it was like a very risky decision for us to change,
Right.
but it was quite successful.
Right.
The second one is 18 to 35 f1.8
Okay.
DC HSM art.
Right.
This was the first 8 by f1.8 zoom lens, and it was. I did not expect that this lens was so well received, but it was very successful, especially among the videographers and the cinematographers. And the success of this lens triggered for us to get into the cine
Right.
market.
Right.
So I like this lens. So let me take some lens from the recent one, probably 300 to 600 f4.
Oh, that's interesting lens. Yeah.
The sports, which we did this year.
Yes.
This was one of my dream lens for a long time.
Right.
And I had that idea in the DSLR time.
Oh.
So I already discussed about it with engineer, but it was, I think, 2017, 18 time frame.
Right.
But then it was a time that the market was transforming from DSLR to mirrorless.
Yes.
So we had to prioritize the mirrors, the lineup of the mirrorless lenses.
Yes.
So we had to make more standard lenses like a 24 to 72A or 50mm f1.4, 35 f1.4. So we did prioritize this lens, but I really wanted to make the lens for real professional, like a motorsports photographers, wildlife photographers, sports photographers.
Yes.
And this lens is really well accepted by those real professionals.
I understand. Great. How does it feel when you say that it's really a dream lens which you wanted to make, and then it took so much time for it to come out? As you said, you conceptualized it somewhere in the 1990s and with the transition in 2000. So when you actually realized and when you were able to make this dream possible, how did it feel?
In the beginning, normally I'm not sure. Maybe 50%, 50%.
Right.
But as I said, I have a desk in the engineering floor, so I keep asking engineer, please try it again, please try again. And then in the beginning, engineer said, oh, it's impossible, it's crazy idea. But then after several days, let me try. Probably it's impossible. And during this process is very important.
Wow.
And then during this conversation, I'm gradually become confident and convinced that this
This
could be
will
possible.
work. Nice. What is Sigma's role? Like, how is Sigma's role evolving now in the L mount? Because it's a very interesting mount and again, very important one as well.
First of all, we can contribute a lot
Yes.
as a lens manufacturer. We have wide range and top quality products, so we can contribute a lot from lens side for many L mount users.
Right.
Secondly, as for camera, I have to admit we are still small brands in camera business. So because of that, we don't need to produce the similar product to other brands.
Right.
There is no. It's less meaningful for us to make a Me Too product.
Yes.
So because of that, we offer the very unique product like a Foveon sensor camera or Sigma FP or Sigma BF. But I'm sure there is some, it's not a huge number, but there is such a customer who are looking for such type of cameras.
I understand.
And actually, we have very strong customer base.
Okay.
So we can contribute to L-mount to offer the very unique camera. So
Right.
those who use a very regular, like a Panasonic S series camera or like a SL series camera,
Yeah.
but sometimes they may wish to use our BF in the weekend.
The compact one.
Compact.
Got it. Right. Right. What is the story now with the Foveon sensor? I mean, where is it at? Are you planning to revive it, or how's the situation scenario in that?
We started the full frame Foveon sensor project. I think it was 2018.
Yes.
And in the beginning, we started in our Santa Clara, no, San Jose office.
Yes.
But the project didn't go well. So we decided to take over that project and transfer it to Japan
Right,
team.
right.
And now our team in Japan is now working on it.
Understand.
Up until now, we have made several prototypes.
Nice.
But it's just a pixel architecture prototype. It's a small sensor, but
Right.
the same pixel architecture
Okay.
which we use for the full frame
Foveon
sensor.
sensor. Got it.
And every time we run wafer and then we make a prototype, we have found several technical issues.
Okay.
So in order to solve that problem, we keep running the wafer to make prototypes.
Right.
So we are still in that process, but we are now narrowing down the issues. So I hope we can release the products sometime in the future.
Okay. Any timeline set on it, or do you?
No, I don't have, but I hope we can do. It's not this year. It takes time because after we become confident about the sensor production, then we work on the camera body. So it's quite a long process. But
Right.
we keep challenge. We keep trying.
Absolutely right. But do you think, like you mentioned, that camera business is something which is small because naturally the legacy and the overall heritage is in lenses? Do you think that's also one of the challenges that you have to mitigate when it comes to a consumer? Because in the mind of a consumer, Sigma is a really good lens manufacturer, especially as a third party brand, it's really solid. But when it comes to cameras, they might not, the product placement still might not be there.
That's true. If you come to Japan, the most of the camera store has our camera in stock.
Right.
But it's not the case in other countries, like US or Europe. Not so many camera store carry our cameras. So I know that actually many customers don't know that Sigma has
Yes.
cameras.
Right.
But unless we give up, and if only we continue it, I hope many customers recognize Sigma as a camera manufacturer.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, and our wishes as well for the future, because it would be very interesting to see products with such innovation as well. Since we're in India, actually, I wanted to kind of ask about how important is this market for you? Because I know that your products are really loved here, especially in the last couple of years. The business has really grown strongly as well. How is it vis-a-vis compared to like the other markets?
First of all, India market is still already big market.
Yes.
So just by that such fact, the Indian market is very important.
Right.
In 2024, the Indian market was number 4 market for us.
Wow.
China, America, Japan, and India. But India and Germany are about the same size, but already within top 5 for sure.
Right.
So the Indian market is already big enough for us.
Right.
And also, the Indian market is a very strategically important market. First of all, it's still growing. It's quite a young country,
Right.
and there are many young population, and probably the country, the economy continuously grow.
Right.
So it's very important, and also very unique market. The most of the customers are, in our definition, the professionals, or uh, uh, our business in India is a B2B business.
Yes.
We sell products to the professional photographers, or professional wedding photographers.
Right.
So maybe in the near future,
Mhm.
I guess there will be more and more amateur hobbyists in the market.
Understood.
So there's a huge potential in Indian market.
Got it.
So
What is the level of feedback that is taken into developing products from such emerging markets? Because I'm sure that there are a lot of consumers, a lot of brand ambassadors, of course, your partners over here as well. They must be providing with a lot of feedback in terms of product development. Is there a lot of it taken into account while developing products?
well, when it comes to the product like this,
Right.
mirrorless or lenses,
Right.
the regardless it's a developed country or developing country, they are very sophisticated and knowledgeable, and very passionate.
Right.
So I don't see any differences between the opinions from the
Developed
photograph,
market.
yeah,
Right.
developed country and the developing countries.
Yes.
So I always try to listen carefully the customer's opinion, either in Japan or America or Europe or India or Southeast Asia or China.
Right.
It's very important. Actually, if I say there's some difference, the photographers in developing country are more passionate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yeah. I see some differences. Yeah.
Understand. Great. Interesting. I see a ring on your finger, and like your father, he uh, told you at a very early age that you some day have to take over the company. Have you thought of anything in that respect for your children, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. This is the one I'm considering almost every day.
Oh, is it?
Mm.
Okay.
When I joined Singapore first, in 1993,
Right.
and when I became the CEO in 2012,
Yes.
I thought it it was not fair. Only Yamaki family owned the company, because
Understand.
the company has a social responsibility. It's more like a public asset, right? Because many people work for the company.
Yes.
So I thought it's better to give it someone, or to have someone run the company.
Yes.
But while I'm running the company, I'm gradually changing the idea, because as a CEO of the company, I make decision every day,
Yes.
and I have many options.
Yes.
If I prioritize the profit, money, I may have made many different decisions.
True.
But I took many factors into my consideration. Of course, money or profit, very important, but also happiness of the customers, happiness of the employees,
Right.
or corporate philosophy, or the my father's vision,
Legacy. Yeah.
legacy. So I think during this period, I gradually believe it might be the the better someone from
Family
the
itself.
family who know the legacy,
And
make a decision for everybody, for not for the family, but also for the employees, customers, business partners.
right.
Especially these days, there are several pro managers
Yes.
who typically have the MBA holder, but they always prioritize money
Money. True.
and they destroy the corporate culture and the legacy. which does not fit to Sigma.
I understand.
So I have not made a decision, but
Yes.
it might be good if someone who take over
Understand.
the corporate or family legacy
Right.
run the company.
I understand. But are your children or are people from the family already in the business currently, or they already joined the business and they're being
I have 3 kids, and
Yes.
the elder daughter working for the another company.
understand? Right.
She has zero interest in
Of course.
this business.
Yes.
And I have one boy, a son and daughter. They are still students. So
Oh, there's time still. Yeah. No, I understand this challenge. The reason is because I also have an elder sister and she's not part of our business. She also decided a long time back. She works with one of these big 4 companies and she's now settled abroad. She's no more here.
may I ask you a question?
Please.
When did you decide it yourself to take over your father's business?
Actually, that's a very interesting question, and that's where this question came to my mind in terms of you. So initially, after I finished my graduation and post-graduation, my father just told me one day that, you know what, why don't you just come have a look, give it 6 months, just see what we do. You get an idea, and then you decide if you want to stick around. Fine. If you don't want to, then you can pursue whatever you want, similar to your sister. So then I started, and then I came. I started looking, and then like how you mentioned, so I actually spent the first 6 years in my company in each divisions. So I was in editorial, in production, I was in design, I was in distribution, and then finally an opportunity came for me to actually start with this magazine.
I see.
So that's the reason why this magazine is very close to me, because I actually took my first big step into my own company with this product. So that's what. So then I got hooked on.
I think that's the advantage of the family business, because there is a huge generation gap between father to son.
Yes.
When it comes to the big company,
Right.
the president gives to the next person similar age, maybe 5 years later, or 5 years younger, something like that.
Yes.
So there is no generation gap. But when it comes to family business, you see the company in different way, and you can make innovation in the company. You can transform the company from this to this,
Right.
while keeping the legacy of the company.
Yes.
So I think that's the advantage of family business, and you did. That's the reason why you become so successful.
Yeah, I also that's what. So I also actually saw so many interesting things, and I thought it is so good in that respect. So that's what great. One last question: how would you like Sigma? Actually, two. How would you like Sigma to be remembered in the history of photography?
That's good question. My goal is to become the most respected and beloved brand in this industry.
Absolutely.
Especially the when it comes to the let's say when it comes to the optics.
Right.
The modern optics were developed by the Carl Zeiss, Germany,
Right.
German company, and they were a great company. They created history, but I hope Sigma create the future history as a leading optics company.
Absolutely great. And what would you like your personal legacy to be remembered as?
My personal legacy. I hope I'm not so ambitious person, so I hope I keep the current company. I keep improving the company, keep maintaining the company as a good company,
Understand.
and make sure everyone, not only employees but also customers and business partners, doing good and happy.
Right.
Until and then I hope I successfully give it to the next generation.
Understand. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Yamaki-san.
Thank you very much for your
I
time.
hope you had fun, and this was a really interesting conversation. I hope the viewers also enjoyed so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Great.